Hot 106. What up? It's Nick. Afternoon show. We are in studio right now with G4SHI. What's up, man?
Yo, what up, man? Thank you for having me, man.
Welcome to Providence. Welcome to Rhode Island.
Man, I can't believe I'm here, man. I used to hear, I always thought that, like, it was just one long road every time I drove through it. And now that I'm here, it's, like, beautiful. You know, it's a
well, you have ties to New England like me. We both went to UMass Amherst. You went for a minute.
Yeah.
I went there for the full.
Then I went to Springfield, which is another connection you have.
Absolutely.
AIC.
So you are familiar with the area, but is this your first time in Rhode Island?
Yeah, this is my first time. I always, like I said, I used to drive right through it every time, like, I had to go somewhere. Like, oh, we're in Rhode Island or something like that. I always thought it was just one long road. But, man, it's crazy now that I'm here. I'm starting to see, like, it's actually a beautiful city, like, beautiful place, beautiful city, you know?
We got a lot to talk about. First, I want to talk about the song Disrespectful. I think I saw last night 27 million views, listens on Spotify. Not bad. Not bad at all.
I mean, you know, I did it independently, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, my manager always says, like, don't brag about that. And humble yourself, you know? Because he wants 300 million and stuff, but like he needs to like understand.
Well, you got to get to 27 to get to 300.
Exactly, you know what I mean? But he also needs to understand, like all these other artists, you know, a lot of them had help. Like, you know, I did it all on my own, and I feel like that's something to like really be proud of. So thank you for noticing that.
Yeah, I want to get into kind of your road, but sticking with the song Disrespectful, performing it live.
Yeah.
That
get the what out of my face.
That's what I'm saying. Like that crowd reaction's got to be insane.
Man, look, let me tell you something. When Disrespectful first came out, right, how I knew it was a big record was I did a show in Queens, like around New Year's Eve, and I dropped like a little bit snippet of it on my Instagram, you know, just a little bit of it. And my DJ at the end of my performance in Queens played it, and I was getting off stage, and the crowd screamed, "Get out of my face." I ran back on stage and started performing it, and they knew half of the song.
Why not? I mean, it's so hype at that point.
Dude, thank you for noticing things like that. Like nobody really has ever brought that up, so thank you for that.
No problem. Another thing too with how songs kind of pop off is celebrity use. What's the craziest thing you've seen with like a celebrity social media, someone playing your song?
Man, I mean DJ Snake, obviously that's my boy. I was on his album, but like the crazy part like with Disrespectful was like, I mean, you know, like the whole like playing it. You know, Rock Nation, like, you know, like people at Rock Nation knowing my record at Jay and stuff like that. But I think the one that was like pretty crazy. Let me tell you, like, I'm gonna say a story that I've never told. So this is like exclusively here. Like I never told the story before.
I'm okay with that.
So this story is crazy because when I was younger, I went to the junior high school called Ditmas, right? It was like a school in my hood, whatever. And we never seen celebrities ever. And I didn't speak English at the time, but there was this band called what was it? It was Omarion was on, and the B2K. There was a group called B2K. They came to my school to perform 2 songs. I cut class just to see the performance, and I was like, oh man, this is pretty sick. Like, you know, I mean, like these are celebrities. B2K it was Omarion and like these other guys, whatever. And I thought that was crazy that years later, like 20 years later, guess what? Omarion is playing my song, dancing to it in his backyard next to the pool. I thought that was pretty sick.
That is wild.
See how that works? Like I saw a celebrity, my first celebrity I ever saw in like real life. It was Omarion dancing on the small stage in my hood. 20-something years later, Omarion's playing my song. I'm sure he doesn't know who I am, but well, now he knows who I am. But I'm saying he didn't know that story. But 20 years later, he's in his backyard playing my record, dancing to it. So that was like crazy.
We're jumping around a little bit, but you mentioned JayZ.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's JayZ. So when he just knows your name, what is that like?
I mean, it's crazy. You know, like I always tell the story. Like I've been chasing JayZ around for JayZ and Kanye for a while. Like I've been trying to sign to JayZ. When I first came in the game, I tried to rap like JayZ. Like if you look at my old stuff, I always wanted to rap like JayZ. So, the thing that's so crazy now that I'm like signed to Rock Nation management, it's crazy. Like just to have him like know who I am and stuff like that is crazy. But you know, when I first this is a story. When he dropped Decoded the book, I went and waited online. This huge line in Manhattan. I took the train. I was like, yo, I'm gonna meet him and I'm gonna give him my CD and he's gonna sign me. And long story short, I buy the book with my friend Joe's money and yeah, forget Joe. He not my friend no more.
Weird how that happens.
Yeah, but you know, Yeah, I buy the book, whatever, and I said I slide my mixtape in it because he kept opening the books and signing it and then saying "Have a good day." So he opened the book and he goes, "Ha ha ha, what's your name?" And he grabs my mixtape and throws it in the trash can, and then says, "Nice to meet you." And he was so
What?
smooth with it. Yeah, I was so broken, but like at the same time, I was so happy that he like touched the mixtape. And then years later, I ended up signing up Rock Nation somehow. So you know that it comes back full circle.
Exactly. A lot of full circle stuff with you, which is cool.
Which is insane. Yeah.
Another song I want to talk about is "Turn Me Down." This is another song that's streaming really well.
Yeah.
And "Turn Me Down," the song, but also the remix. I mean, the EDM crowd is finding this. So what's that like?
Man, like, yo, dude, it's crazy because "Turn Me Down" is my best record right now. I mean, I have a lot of good records. Disrespectful is incredible, doing crazy numbers. 24 Hours is doing crazy numbers, but for some reason, man, I made "Turn Me Down" in 15 minutes. That song was written in 15 minutes front to back. I mean, Disrespectful was written in 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But "Turn Me Down" I did in 15 minutes, and it was meant to be. It's like something on the other side, like a spirit. Because I don't write. I just go in the booth and it happens magically. I feel like some big.
You don't write anything down?
No.
Wow.
Everything, I just go and it just happens. So I feel like that night when I did "Turn Me Down," it was like I had a good spirit around me because I believe in spirits like being around me. And I feel like something like went inside my body and like made that record happen. And I feel like every time I play that record now, any room I'm in, I play that record, people just have this certain look in their face like, holy shit. Like even with Paul, like I was playing Paul like my entire album. And he was like loving all of it, but like the thing that made Paul go wow was like that "Turn Me Down" record. And I believe in that. It's the beat, and it's the way I'm singing it. And I feel like that record is special. So I'm happy that you brought that up.
EDM is something that you're no stranger to. You referenced.
I was on DJ Snake's album.
DJ Snake.
So the remix made the fans even more hype because
Right?
I got all these EDM fans now because DJ Snake he like called me one day randomly. Can I talk about that? He randomly
Absolutely.
called me one day. I was like in the hospital with my mom, and he was like, "Yo, what's up, man? It's DJ Snake." And I said, "No way, like, this shit," you know what I'm saying?" And it was really Snake, and he flew me out to Vegas, and I met Snake at Vegas, and ever since then, all his fans, EDM fans, have been like really loving my music and stuff like that. So that's like a fan base now that I can say I have, which is incredible. Like they really, really like stuck with me. Like I kind of like took a bunch of his fans that are EDM kids, but they love my music because I don't believe there's a genre with my music. There's no genre. It's either good or bad. That's the only genre. You know what I'm saying? You can't box me in. Like I always said, you can't box me in unless it's a G-Wagon. And I always say that because I feel like that there's nothing that I can't do. I do whatever I love, and that's the thing. So with the EDM thing was when it happened, I was like, oh my God, I'm not an EDM artist. But then I realized those EDM kids, they're not just EDM kids. They don't listen to EDM every day. They listen to other music as well. So that was a big look for me. And that song is moving. "Turn Me Down" remix is moving. And the best part about it is I love helping new artists out. So the kid that did it his name is Darkheart, and no one knows him. So if I could help him and put him in, give him a platform, then that's what I'm about.
So those are songs we do know. For your fans out there, they're waiting. You've been dropping little hints on social media.
Yeah.
I saw you tweet out, "Oh no, no," and everyone's trying to figure out what that is.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert! I know what it is.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Why don't you tell people what's coming up?
I had a meeting with label RCA, and I was playing them my music, whatever, and I played this song called. So every time I play my music, I can't sit down. I don't know what it is. I just feel like it's just the music just makes. I always wanted to stand up and just turn up because it's just me. I have all this energy that I need to put out. So I had this meeting with RCA, and I kind of turned up on them, and somebody recorded it. I think it was one of my managers. Shout out to Anna one time. She recorded it, and then she sent it to me, and I just uploaded it, and it went viral. 6 million plays in like 2 hours. World Star posted it, and a bunch of big accounts posted it. And the song was called "No, No, No." It was just supposed to be a song that I put on my album, but the kids, there's like 60,000 DMs like dropped that song. So I got this new song coming out called "No, No, No." And the best part about this is the fact that I'm going to be having, I used to dream. So you know I'm not from this country.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm an immigrant. So me being born in Africa, being an Albanian refugee and not speaking English, and English being like my sixth language, and coming here being homeless and being homeless twice, and majority of my life I was homeless. We never really had a place to call home. And now the fact that like I bought my parents a house this year, I bought myself a car. I'm looking really stylish nowadays, man. You see me, like I'm not really bummy, you know what I'm saying? And with all that being said, I'm getting my own billboard in Times Square. I'm getting my own, bro. I cannot believe it. I haven't seen it yet, but when I do see it, I hope I don't pass out and make myself look like a fool.
You guys need to be behind him. You need to have. You need to be ready.
Make sure you catch me.
Yeah.
But that's what's happening. No is coming out Friday, and that's how that record went about. I know I'm talking too much. Sorry about that.
No, that's not at all.
Yeah.
This is what this is all about.
Yeah.
So that's going to be part of a new project that your fans can be expecting.
Exactly.
In the
the
near
album.
future.
Yeah, near the future, like more like February. Like it's my album. It's called Stairs to Honesty Saves Time. And No is a part of that project. I just want to release a bunch of music before the album comes out, because I want people to have like a bunch of songs that they kind of get familiar with me, and then when the album comes out, to get the story. Because my album, which is another exclusive, I never told anyone this in any of my.
Keep them coming.
My album is about. I call myself like the Bono of trap, like the Phil Collins of trap. My album is about a trap rapper who gets stuck in a time machine when he's at his friend's house and is forced to make 80s music. And that's how G4SHI's born, the Bono trap, the Phil Collins of trap. That's how that artist is born, because he goes back in time to figure out, I'm going to put these two genres together and become G4SHI.
Love it.
Yeah.
So people can expect that. We're going to wrap up here. You're someone that is very visual, and we've talked a lot about Full Circle. You talk about a lot about Law of Attraction, about visioning things.
Yeah.
It's October 18th, 2017. October 18th, 2018. When you're in here with me, what are we going to be talking about?
God willing. October, I'm going to be talking about my second album, and I'm going to be talking about how I got like 5 songs on the Billboard, and how I'm like #1 for the 6th month, and that I'm one of the biggest influencers in music in general. Hopefully that happens, but yeah, I feel like October 18th, God willing, I don't get too rich and lose myself, but hopefully I come back and I get you a Rolex.